Hello everyone, welcome back. Another very cold and wet day. Pretty much the same as the last one. Been well over 20 mils of rain overnight. Still not complaining about it. As long as it gets warm. We're almost into April now. So a nice warm April would be really nice. Anyway, these girls, these are the turus, which are they're 1.5 years old. They're going to the ram in 2.5 weeks. They're heading out the back to the best paddock of grass on the farm because I can't get lambs out there past the Swedes. And they're going to have a really fun, probably 10 days, 2 weeks out there on huge, beautiful, lush green grass. And hopefully they're going to put on a kilo, maybe even a little bit more than a kilo away. So let's follow them around the road. Girls are still a wee bit wary about running between the Swedes and the baleage. There's an electric fence up there, but it's got no power on it. Just in case one does get a shock, it'll bolt back and turn them all around, but we'll just give them some time to work it out. And they're away, nice and gently. Let's hope they just maintain a nice steady lead. So they're going along the edge of the paddock into that one where that baleage is, along and then way up to that bright green you can see just the other side of that actually. You'll see when we get there. Just let them tick away on their own for a while, no point chasing them down there. These Swedes have come a long way. I don't know why. We've had a heap of rain, that's probably a pretty big reason why, but let's go have a look in there. So we're out in the main runs here. Now this is by far and away our worst paddock on average. I think the one up on top might be not much better, but look, we've still got 2 months of growing to go. There's some reasonable bulbs in there. Got these strips, I don't know why, depression, high point, so on and so forth. Not sure what's causing that. Inside those high points, the Swedes are looking pretty good. We've got these areas here which are really bad. That's bugs. Bugs have done some serious damage. Fresh leaf regrowth coming through is looking okay. They'll still be there. But where they're looking good, what are the bulbs like? Yeah, they're not bad. Population isn't very good in here. But just remember, this is the paddock that got nailed by ducks. We came out here, it was looking good. I was thinking it was going to be the best paddock this year, and they're just about through the gate. 3 days later it came out, gone. Just all the leaf. The stem was left, the middle of the leaf, but the actual leafy material, the solar panel, was gone. We got rid of the ducks. We won't go into too much detail there, but we stopped them being here on this paddock, let's say that, and yeah, they recovered. So just imagine what could have been, eh? Still, we've got a not bad crop here. I'm hoping this is going to be 14-15 tonne, which for us is a pretty poor crop, but considering everything that's happened, I'll be happy. And it's only 15% of them, so yeah, we get a warm autumn, April, May, and I think we'll be right. So here we go, beautiful long green grass. We haven't seen this since, crikey, October probably, maybe November. This is awesome to finally see. I just wish we'd had it the whole way through summer, but hindsight's not the word I'm looking for there. But anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, they're going to be some happy sheep in about 2 hours when the gutses are all full up and they're sitting down on long grass. 9 hectares here for 600 turus. Yeah, big clumps are incredibly long, pretty much boot height. Then in between obviously is a lot less, but is what it is. What are you, Pearl? What are you, Pearl? Alright guys, next job for the day. I'm going to put the ram out. Not to everything, no. Just to the early mob, which is the old girls. They're going to go to a Romney ram. We did that 2 years ago. Look, if they've made it 5 lambings, this will be their 6th, I think. 2 tooth, 4 tooth, 6 tooth, full mouth, 1 over, 2 over, yep. And they've not been assisted, they've not been helped in any way, shape or form, and they've reared a lamb every year. They probably are, in a lot of ways, some of our best genetics. So we're going to put them to a Romney ram. We're going to keep replacement ewe lambs out of them. There'll only be 30, 40, 50 lambs, but it gives us a bit of a wider selection to choose from. We've got a swag of Romney rams over there, and yeah, we might as well. Will be a little bit of a missed opportunity, some would say short term, but better long term. And then the rest of them, which will be old yellow taggers that we don't like, that we've had to work with and stuff, some lighter ewes, and other ones that we just know are going to go to the works next year. You can't get all of them, it's not possible, but yeah, there'll be a mob that's wintered really gently. They'll be on grass the whole way through. A lot of them will have poorer mouths. We've got 44 really fat ones just up on the hill up there that have got quite bad mouths, but they'll get through winter fine on grass. Yeah, anyway, let's get into it, because they are all in that mob, and that mob out there. So a lot of ewes to go through. Righto guys, so we've got terminals over here. We've got 147, I think I said. We've got it written down. 140 something, because that's 47 there going to a Romney. Gonna hold off on making that decision, because there's only 47 there. We've got all these big ones to go through. These are the fatter end of the ewes. There will be some old girls in here, and they will be fatter. So if we get 80 or 90 there, we will we'll definitely do it. If we don't get more than 80, we might just flag it. We'll see. See how many we get, see what they look like, and go from there. There goes the fatter end of the ewes. I'm not saying that because they're not that good looking, but it is what it is. On their way to another rough bank. Yeah. Hopefully the last one for them for a wee while, till like this time next year. So there they go. You can sort of understand what I mean when I say rubbish feed. But there is a lot of good in it, so we can just pick out the best stuff, some green leaf and some clover. There's bugger all clover there, there's a wee bit. Not expecting to deck it out, that's for sure. Yeah, there's like 12 hectares in this bank or something, so curls right around that side, and then curls a fair way around there too, like almost a full circle. So, yeah, should do them for a while. Right guys, just drafting up a few rams here. We've got all sorts in the race, but we've got them picked out. Got these two boys, one 2-tooth south down and a 6-tooth poley, meaning 4 years old. Lush. He's done 2 matings, this is his 3rd. They're about to go and join the. There we go. Come on fella, go and have some fun. There's one more south down there to get. There's only a wee mob there. Our ram ratios are normally 1 to 100. 1 ram per 100 ewes, but you never put 1 ram in a mob unless you're a stud breeder who's single sire mating, because then you'd test the rams to make sure they're working. There goes the third one. Because, yeah, you don't want to put one ram in a mob of 70 ewes. These ewes are in really bad nick, but it's okay. We're going to feed the crap out of them, and they should pick up reasonably. Might not scan that well, but they should be in good nick while living. Put one ram in there, and then you get the scanning, find out you get a big fat 0, or just not a very good one, and you think, well, was that ram actually performing? If I put another one in there, would it have helped to give us a little bit more reassurance? They're both working right. But that's only half the story. Yeah. Boys are getting busy. Anyway, we better get these ewes to grass. But yeah, just a reassurance thing. The two Romney rams in here are actually some of our good ones. We used to buy the bottom dollar rams off the ram breeder. The last couple of years we've gone to the second tier from the top. So these two boys, and we've got two younger ones this year as well. These guys will do this mob, and then they'll come out of this mob and they'll go into the mixed age ewes. The reason we're lambing these earlies when we are is because it's a full cycle earlier than the main lot. So those two rams will come out, they'll go join that mob. We're going to tag one or the other. Makes more sense to tag the small mob, but we'll see. And then the second cycle of these, because there will be a few, can be done to a Southdown or a Pole Dorset. Just probably one of each. Leave two in. Yeah, so those two rams that are top dollar genetics, or far better genetics, will go over the main lot as well. So we have the potential to get, well, there's only 70 ewes here, so 135 ewes in lamb by each of those rams. Hopefully. We'll see. Fingers crossed. That's the plan anyway. Right, so there's 145 ewes here and another 44 where they're going to. So that makes 190-ish. So 3 rams will be more than enough to cover that. Even if one's not working, it'll still be sweet. So we'll go and get them in with them. The other ones are just absolute elephants. There we go. Bloody dogs. And here's the ones they're joining. So as you can see, absolute bloody behemoths. They should hold up quite well though, hopefully. Fat, man, they're fat, which is good, because they're not. We'll get there though. Boys are too busy worrying about each other. The Polly and the Southdown are scrapping. He's been busy, he's panting. There you go, the Romney girl's heading out. You might be wondering why we've painted the heads of the rams so we can see them. Also painted different colours. So this year we've done blue for a Romney ram and red for a terminal ram, being Southdown or Pole Dorset. Reason for that, you can find them, you can get a count of them, because they can wind up places they're not supposed to be. If you happen to see one in there that doesn't have a mark, you know, it might be someone else's. But also, the big concern here would be if we saw a red head in with the Romneys, because that would mean it's a terminal ram in with their... Sorry guys, just run out of room in the old camera. Yeah, that would mean a terminal ram in with the Romneys, which is not what we want, because that's our breeding stock we want to get our replacements from. Alternatively, if we see a blue head in with terminals, that's not really ideal either, because the terminals do grow better, but as we've talked about before, as maternal breeds, they're not so good. So just the way of keeping on top of things and keeping an eye on things and making sure things are where they're supposed to be. There they go, Romneys. Not a lot of feed in here, but they are only in here at 15 to the hectare, as opposed to that mob over there that are at about 100 to the hectare. So quite a bit of feed in there, and it's actually quite nice stuff under the fluffy seed head. But yeah, there we go. Ram is out to 200 and, what did I say? Crikey, can't remember. 260 odd ewes, I think. Yeah, happy days. Lighter ewes on the move. heading to some very lush green grass. Not this paddock, the next one up, but yeah, they're quite eager to get there. Damn, check out that cloud over there. Sort of had enough of that stuff for now. Sorry guys, this might be a wee bit windy, but I haven't got my microphone with me. These girls now, this is some pretty nice feed. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Certainly the best I've seen for a long time. If we can keep them on feed like this and not push them too hard, 2 to 3 weeks time, you won't recognise these ewes. They'll be completely different animals. So, fingers crossed the grass grows. Doesn't get too cold. I don't think there's any risk of it drying out now for a while. Yeah, but we'll see. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave that there. That is the rams out to the earlies. 16th of April for the main event. Yeah, not to these girls yet, but things are improving. It's been a prick of a season actually. Almost worse than last year. Certainly hasn't been as dry. We have been able to feed our stock a little bit better, but land prices being where they are, beef is actually not bad. Land space is good, beef space is not good. People just can't get lambs to grow. So, profitability, look, we might come through right in the end. It's going to be tough, but we just cross our fingers now and hope for next season. So, see you next time.